we
is
are
there any
live.
change for the actual listeners, or is this only on our side that it's changing?
Just on our side.
And I got volume.
Okay.
Let me
So
double
for our
check.
listeners, it'll be more of the usual.
Well, they're still going to Twitch and whatnot. I'm sure it'll be a little bit of acclamation to see so many people all at once.
I know, on this close up
Yeah.
because they're usually
Spread out in just one camera with a mini Todd.
With a Todd cam.
with the Todd cam.
Today we all have the Todd cam.
Yes.
We just got too jealous. We had to have our own.
Yep, that's what it was.
Yeah, the
Yep.
jealousy. Yeah.
Yep.
Can you really blame us, Todd?
Yes, I can.
All right, so we're live. We're good. Volume's good. Everything's good.
Hey.
Yay! Everybody's back.
Ooh, I can actually open the Twitch stream and comment on while we're streaming now.
Ooh, and you keep going in and out of echoey, Thomas. Sorry, guys. We're still working out bugs.
How
That
about
sounds
now?
yeah, that sounds much better.
Puppers! Puppers!
Yes, puppers.
Yeah, the dogs. What
Ah.
you talking about?
Wait.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yep. Yeah, I see Toothless, and oh, now the dog has turned around. But for a while, it was the dog's ass sitting there. I'm like,
If I need to put something back there, let me know.
You're fine. It'll add
No, no.
comedic.
oh yeah.
Oh, my
Okay.
stars.
All right. Well, we are back.
Hold up. Why does it just show? Josh, do you have the stream going?
Yeah, everything's working.
Can you actually see our stream?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, there we are. Yay. My computer is being weird. I'm sorry.
I've got 2 computers running right now, so.
You are awesome. Okay.
Don't ask me how many programs I'm running.
I don't want to know.
No porn, Thomas.
I do not run porn on this computer. That's not good for it.
It's not good for it. Okay.
Not good for it or me.
You okay, Todd?
I'm gonna start doing shots of Jack here early today. Like every time my player says something that makes me face palm.
Face
Oh,
palm
boy.
with shot in hand.
There you go.
Yes.
Today's game is brought to you by absolute intoxication and inebriation, followed by face palming and dog ass.
Sorry, guys. This is what happens when, so those two are in isolation, and, well, those two are in isolation together, and Josh and I are in 2 separate houses, so, yay! Kevin will be back shortly.
Yeah,
He had to go do a thing.
with a thing.
He's relocating to his own isolation.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I'm running tech support for the GM.
That's true.
Yes,
That's
thank you
it.
very much.
One day, I'll be able to do my own tech support.
It's called Google. How to change
No,
audio.
Todd.
How to connect Bluetooth.
No, his idea of tech support is throwing it out the window.
Or running it through with my claymore, or hitting it with my axe, or running over with my car. So yeah.
That's why you give him a surface that already has a crack across the screen. Just it's pre-damaged.
Fair.
Pretty much.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, whenever we're ready.
All right. So, do you want to do introductions like usual?
Oh, I
Yep.
need a pen or a pencil like usual.
Yeah,
I mean, we can't
Are you-
custom.
that's
Are your
true. I
dice
mean,
set up?
I got my
Thomas?
dice. I got my character sheet. I got my
Wow.
notebook.
hold on. Let me add to the customs.
Although
Thomas.
I should just start taking my notes on my computer now. I
And
have my
open-
inventory set up there.
And open up yet another tab.
Let me know if my fan gets too loud.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of which, that's right. You guys turned off my fan on the.
We'll turn it back on.
Turn it back
Our
on.
headsets should be insensitive enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got
I'll
my
do
fan running here, so.
I'll do that when I go grab my coffee. But anyway, so why don't we start with Josh?
Hi everybody, I'm Josh. I'm also
Hi,
playing
Josh.
level 2 Bob Smith. He's a security specialist, and let's see what kind of crap he can get us into today.
We have no table order anymore, and all of our
No,
gallery
Thomas.
views are completely different. So
All right, so then go
No,
to
Thomas.
Snow.
Okay. Hi, I'm Snow. I am playing Ryan Shaw, a level 2 cop and aspiring Jedi Knight.
There you go.
And hello, I'm Thomas playing Mira Ray, journalist aspiring to be as great as she can be and, break some stereotypes.
Nice. Okay. I'm Todd. I'm the GM. I'm playing everybody else, and sooner or later, Kevin will be on, and Kevin can introduce himself then.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
All right. So when we last left off, you all were flying on Pegasi. You were using
yeah.
the collapsible telescopes to spy on different troop locations and things over the Dominion of Man. So we'll start with everybody giving me a perception roll.
Oop, oop,
Okay.
meh.
I was tempted to set up an extra camera for a die cam just because it's fun.
I got
So
a,
you can see my.
I got a
natural
1.
four. I got a 4, so
So
such an
Hey.
eventful spy mission we have here. We're all bird watching from the clouds.
so the cop is like, wow, wow. You've seen everything but troop movements.
Oh, you're supposed to go below the clouds so it doesn't fog the lens.
What did Bob get?
I got a 1.
Bob also is looking at. He's like, I wonder if I can see Sharon's house from here. Is it over that way? Wait. And Mira Ray.
Hey, it's invisible. Even if you could, you couldn't.
And Mira, what did you get?
4.
At this rate, I'm going to be drunk in 15 minutes. So yeah, Mira, you're just like, wow, things are so pretty. And what was I supposed to be doing again? Okay, I rolled for Kevin, and Kevin's character Isabel got par. For the rest of you, she got a 2. So all of you are like,
We're all looking at each other from 20 feet away.
But first, let me take a selfie.
you're all depressed that these telescopes don't actually have camera capabilities. You can't go. All right. As you're flying around, everybody make me. Does everyone have sense of balance?
I do not. I don't think.
Okay, so if you have sense of balance, make sense of balance. If
No.
not, if you don't, then just roll me percentile dice.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh crap. Come on, do better than that. Oh god, I got a 70.
Nice.
Okay.
It's better than my 82.
Okay.
But you got an 82 out of what?
62.
Okay. So both Bob and Mira, I need you to make me a PP check.
This sounds familiar for some reason.
It does sound familiar.
Oh, that's a D20.
D20 less than 14.
How good are you at catching, Shaw?
I got a 4.
Probably not.
Okay, so you're good. What did you get, Mira?
Oh, I got a 17 out of 18.
Okay, so you got a 17 out of 18. So both of you managed to kind of keep yourselves upright. You both almost drop the telescopes. Mira, you literally drop it and then catch it brilliantly. And then you realize this is not what you're supposed to be doing. Let's try this again. So let's see if we can all try a perception roll a second time.
Okay.
Oh, it's the big end of the telescope goes down. I'm sorry, I took laser technology, not telescope technology.
At this point, I'm up to 5 shots.
Well,
Hey, that's what I got was a 5.
Nice. 5, 12
I got 49.
on a perception roll.
That's a percentile roll. I get a 9 on a perception roll.
Okay. So
Shots.
that'd be number 6. I'm gonna be loaded here. I've face palmed 6 times with you guys so far. Maybe I should rethink my rules. Okay, so
On the bright side, alcohol kills corona.
all right. So Bob, both you and Isabel actually managed to look the right direction this time. They actually are looking down. Um, you're not sure exactly where you're at because you're not all looking at the map because it's Bob that has the map, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You had put the map away, but from what you can gather, you're over one of the larger cities. Bob, you see what looks like large amounts of troops in formation, and they are marching south. Now, you gathered from what you guys have been doing. Oh, there's Kevin.
I made my perception check. There's a Kevin.
But,
Oh, wait. No, never mind. I got a 9. Where's Kevin?
Hey, Bob, you know that they're heading south, but you also realize that these horses fly pretty fast, so they're not super close
Okay.
to the northern border. But you do realize they are moving troops south. Kevin, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
I'm not sure if he's posing, though. As he lays down in his bed and whooshes his hair. I'm just waiting for his head to slowly tilt lower through the night.
All right, Kevin, give me a perception roll.
All right, give me a second.
1,000.
2.
Never mind. All right. So.
Hey, you're keeping up with the rest of us.
Bonus is nothing.
Yeah, it's very hard to get bonuses on perception. Right now, Bob's the only one that sees things. The rest of you are having an interesting time with telescopes on the backs of horses.
Yeah, the surveillance specialist doesn't have a bonus in perception.
Because usually he would if he was using, I don't know, say surveillance equipment, not a telescope.
Which is surveillance equipment.
Yeah,
Not that he's used to.
technically that is.
Anyway, as you guys keep flying on, all of you, it'll be about another hour. You guys can all make your third perception roll.
Yep, we're using this one.
13.
8.
Nice.
5.
Yep, 8. Okay.
Thomas?
Mine's pointing the right way this time. I got an 18.
Okay. All of you, it's all high enough for all of you to actually see the capital city of
The
Caladine.
one time I needed it didn't matter.
Actually, this is important. You guys will see the capital city, and all of its fires are lit. All of its warning beacons, all of its sentry torches and beacons are all lit, and you can see that they've started to move the mass majority of their army out of the main city gates of Caladine.
I'm guessing they're heading south?
Well, they haven't started moving. They've moved it out of the city. The city is about 200 miles south of the border with the Great Northern Wilderness. So they're not heading north because they're not that stupid yet. They can't afford a war with both the Wolfen to the north and the Dark Elves to the south. No one can handle a war on two fronts.
Yeah, Iron Soul could.
Iron Soul is smarter than that. Anyway, it's still fairly late at night at this point in time. You guys need to find a place to, guide your horses down and let them rest for a while.
Hey,
So, Now,
Could be bad.
since you all made perception, does anybody have land navigation?
I believe. Give me a second. Yeah,
Find
I do.
contraband.
I do have land nav and astronomy.
If they're yes, because they are smuggling the dragon wolves, so that is contraband.
What is that noise?
What noise?
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, oops.
So, do you have land navigation, Bob?
Yes.
Okay, so make me your land navigation.
Alrighty.
There you go. I turned down my fan.
Oh, come on. My land nav is at 43, just to let you know, and I got 24.
Nice.
Yes.
Nailed
All right.
it.
So here's the first part of this difficult little scenario. You actually find a small outcropping in between some of the mountains that are on the border of the Dominion of Man and the Great Northern Wilderness that you can land. You also see that it's got what appears to be some sort of ponds or lakes, so it'd make a good place to land. Now
Okay.
all of you have to try and guide your horses down.
God. What are we
Shit.
rolling? Percentile?
Percentile.
Come on, baby, work. I got a 32.
Nice.
64.
42.
34.
What the hell was that?
What was what?
I hear this something like a huge bunch of static all of a sudden, right when you said 34, whatever it was you said.
I didn't
Anyway.
hear it.
All right, so 3 of you start guiding your horses down. The cop over here decides to steer his horse gallantly forward. So while the 3 of your group goes down, you go forward.
Awesome.
You do realize that after like a couple of seconds that, holy crap, they're landing. You have no idea where you're going. Okay. Officer Shaw, why don't you try and land again?
Alrighty. 12.
Nice. Not only do you realize, oh, I need to do this, you actually manage to angle your horse around and lower it like a professional.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
What was that?
That was Google.
I don't know why.
This is what happens when you let me have technology. I'm telling you. This is probably right now.
Nobody even said Google.
It doesn't matter. She's British.
It's okay. Anytime I say the S word, my phone activates.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys land nicely. You put it that way.
Yay.
All of you can make me a PP check to try and dismount since you are not used to riding on a horse for this many hours.
We've been practicing this like ever since we got here.
Come on, come on, come on. I got a 6 out of 14.
All right. Bob, you practically slide off.
Percentile?
Yes.
7 out of 18.
What'd you get, Kevin?
Is that percentile?
No. You'd roll it. What is your PP?
12.
So roll a d20. You want to get under 12.
6 out of 12.
All right. So 3 of you, like Olympic gymnasts, just kind of slide out of your saddles. Officer Shaw?
15 out of 15.
Officer Shaw, not realizing that his ass is asleep, tries to sling himself over and face plant. Right into the ground.
I got a 31 out of 62 on the work parallel bars to properly dismount.
Oh my god.
Because you said like a gymnast, and I've got the gymnast skills. I got to use them.
Okay. So just to show off, Mira props herself up using the saddle horn and the back of the saddle, spins herself around, and then drops off just to show off. Anyway,
Okay.
where you
Sometimes
guys,
it helps to be small.
where you guys have landed, there is what appears to be fresh water within like a couple 100 feet, so you can guide your horses over there. Most of the horses seem to be okay with you. They don't want to, eat you
Yeah.
like they did when trying to get on them.
Fingers
Any
look like
idea when we have to
carrots.
feed them?
Oh, you could check your saddlebags.
Yeah, did they give us food?
I
I'll
don't
go
know.
look for saddlebags. I'm gonna look for the instruction manual.
You
7.
can take
So,
notes. You always take notes.
do you bother checking your saddlebags?
Yes.
Yeah, you will find one of the two saddlebags is filled with feed, and the other saddlebag is filled with basically food for you.
Oh, nice.
What kind of feed is it?
It looks like some sort of dark grain.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like raw meat or anything because I didn't know what kind of.
I mean, it doesn't look like any type of grain you've seen, but hey, you all just realized that this is no longer a dream,
Yes.
except for Officer Shaw, who thinks she's in Jedi training camp. All right.
Jedi.
Yep. I am a Jedi Knight, and the Force is strong with me.
Don't
So
make me go get my sabers.
Just to let you know, anything you Jedi mind trick somebody into is admissible in court.
There is no court here.
yeah, okay. We'll get into that later. Do any of you have wilderness survival?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Those of you that have wilderness survival, make me your wilderness survival rolls to start making camp.
No, I got 83 out of 38.
16 out of 35.
Okay. So Mira is gonna show you all up. She's gonna make camp for everyone because Bob is like, I could do this, but such a pretty night out. I think I'm just gonna sit here on this rock.
I do have astronomy.
If you want to make your astronomy and navigation, go ahead.
Let me see if I can do astronomy. Nope, 72. Never mind.
Those are some pretty stars. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, let me know if that red one comes back.
So you start making camp. Do you decide to make a fire or no?
From what I understand, we're not a good idea since we're kind of hiding to make a fire. Would I know how to make a smokeless fire in this environment? Because I don't know what kind of environment we're in.
Yes, you can make a smokeless fire.
Okay, then I will go ahead and do that.
Okay. All right. So you make a smokeless fire. You guys lay out your bedrolls and tie up the horses after getting them fed and watered. Anything else you guys want to do while you're here by yourself in the wilderness behind enemy lines?
Is there something covering the light, I guess? To make sure they don't see us on the campfire?
Yeah,
Well-
we want to have some kind of shroud so that way they can't see the light coming from afar. So we're probably going to want to have our tents around the fire or some such like that.
Well, that's all up to Mira since she's the one that made camp.
Yeah, Mira.
It'll be a very low fire and we'll
Okay.
have a over covering so that way the smoke gets dissipated. But yeah, we can certainly go ahead. What kind of climate are we in? We're in forest?
You're south of the Great Northern Wilderness, so it's kind of like mountainous plains area.
Okay, so a lot of shrubbery, but not really any big bushes or anything like that.
Yeah, not a whole lot of that.
Okay. We don't have any like big tents anymore because I assume we gave back that large pavilion.
Well, no, that's you have the large. They just didn't. You didn't bring it with you.
Okay. Well, that was a expanding one. I didn't know if we actually were keeping that or were able to keep that or anything like that.
Hmm.
No. Okay. It was fine. It wasn't ours. I wouldn't have tried to
No.
keep it or anything.
No, no. I
I'll be
mean,
right back. You guys keep going.
it's okay. I have to get some coffee anyway, so go ahead. So you make the camp for everybody, and you guys have basically some fresh fruit and trail rations to eat. But unless you guys want to actually go fishing or hunting,
I will go ahead and continue working. I want to go ahead and work on making a spear. Just whittle away at a spear or a branch to make spear.
So you're gonna go find a big branch.
I'm sure I found one while making camp for the while gathering wood for the camp.
Sure. Okay.
And just so I have something that's reusable, so because otherwise I have knife, brass knuckles, and gun, and I don't feel like using any of those for hunting.
You don't want to use a gun for hunting.
Not particularly. Oh, that's right. I still need to work on grinding everything out.
Oh, yeah. Don't we have something for hunting or fishing? We got fishing poles at that festival,
Yes.
so we can go fishing if you want.
How close are we to water that would be suitable for fishing?
A couple 100 feet.
Okay. How far are we from our friends, the dragon wolves?
Oh,
Really?
like a good
I froze.
1,500 miles.
Yes, you are a very good mannequin there, Snow.
I see that. I have no idea what happened. Hold on a second. Let me.
You even have the pose.
I do. um. Okay, I'm going to have to jump out and jump back in. I have no idea how that works since I'm the host.
And you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around.
We're
Yep.
all right.
So, okay. All right.
Okay, hiding me for a second. I have no
Okay.
idea how to turn that back on.
Neither do I.
Try stopping video and then resuming video.
I don't know if that would cut all of you guys out because I'm the host.
I don't think it'll affect everybody. I think that's just your own video and your own audio.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go to photo real quick. We'll be right back. Back to scene. All right. Sorry, guys.
All right.
See, I didn't
Yay.
even
We're back.
hold my
Thank you.
Indian accent.
Okay. So,
boy,
is someone going to take a watch?
Ooh,
I'll watch.
good call.
Okay, you'll take the first watch.
I think
Otherwise,
my
I'm useless.
I think my smartwatch is a little low on battery by now.
Your smartwatch is probably dead by now.
All right.
Well, if my remote charging would start working again.
All right. So, Officer Shaw, since you're on first watch, give me a perception roll
This could
while the
be
rest
bad.
of you sleep.
God.
14.
Wow, thank God.
All right. While you are,
Yay.
wow, there's no one else hears that, do they?
No.
No.
Okay, so it's just in these earphones. Like every once in a while, I get this large like burst of static in my ear.
You can try turning them off and back on again. This is the first time you synced with that computer. Usually restarting everything helps out, especially now that you have it favorited. We don't need every video that has a cat to be a cat video.
Yes. This is my baby.
Anyway, while you are on patrol, Officer Shaw, you see several forms walking around off in the distance.
Oh boy, okay.
A large bushy tail.
He's concealing us.
This happens every time I stream anything.
He's like, pay attention to me. Little human, pay attention to me.
Okay,
All right.
sorry.
Like I said, you notice several shapes that are moving around. They look like they are slowly approaching your camp.
Okay. Is anybody else awake, or is it everyone
Nope,
trying to
it's
sleep?
just you. It's
That's what a
just
watch is for.
I'll like go nudge Bob's foot with my foot.
you. Bob, roll me d20.
All right, I got a 9.
You basically get Bob in like mid dream. He's like, I said what?
Yo, man,
What? What?
we got people coming.
Oh crap! Wake the other two. Yeah. Go wake the other two. Give me a second. Let me go look. Where are they
Okay.
coming from?
That way.
Okay, so I run that way.
Okay. So you're gonna wake the other two, or is it Officer Shaw?
Yeah. I will very gently wake the girls.
Okay. So Mira and Isabel, both of you roll me a d20.
Just don't tell me it's a perception check and I might make it.
Yeah, 16.
I didn't make it.
What'd you get?
3.
Okay. So you wake up Isabel. She's up instantly. You're like, oh, there's somebody coming.
I hit you like you're a snooze button.
You go to wake up Mira, and she literally just goes, and rolls over.
I lick your face.
What?
Okay. Roll me again, Thomas.
I hope I fail. 2.
Even with the +2, you get a 4. So you lick her face, and she just does this. Goes back to sleep.
Kiss Sleeping Beauty.
Hell no.
Do you lick her again?
No,
Or do you
yes,
try something else?
I do
Oh,
this
you're
to
try-
her.
Let's try
On
this
her
again.
Prince, wake up.
Roll a 1.
I rolled 2 ones, an 11.
Okay. She startles awake. You're like, what do you want? What is on my face?
Did it rain?
Yo, we got people coming.
Oh.
All right. So now that you're all up, I need all of you to make perception.
This is
My
gonna be
one
bad.
weakness.
I got a 19.
Nice.
Looks like I'm
7.
keeping the 11.
That's
13.
my die.
No, also got an 11.
So you got a 13, Isabel, and what'd you get now?
7.
Oh.
Okay. So the rest of the party, except Officer Shaw, who's too stunned to the fact that he licked a girl and she didn't wake up,
I licked
I
the
didn't
girl.
even notice.
he's starting to wonder if he's losing his touch. Like it works for all the other ladies to get him out of my house. The other 3 of you will notice that the shapes that were moving forward seem to all of a sudden just kind of blend in, and you can't see where they are.
Hmm.
Almost like
Damn
they've
dark elves.
camouflaged themselves.
Damn dark elves.
I don't know about the dark elves, but maybe the Pegasi are better at finding them.
Do you know how to make the Pegasus do that?
You're gonna go over and try and convince your Pegasi to go find something.
I don't know. I'm sure they do some kind of shady stuff.
Come on, Rover. Go fetch Rover.
So you're gonna go over by the Pegasi.
No, because I'm afraid I might spook it instead and just fly off.
Well, you do have them tied up, so.
Yes, but if I untie them to go find whoever, then they might want them when I take my fly off, and I don't want to ride side saddle with people.
Okay. So, do any of you move from the middle of your base camp, or do you just stay there and wait for people to approach?
I'm gonna creep out from the middle and kind of go into the woods and hide behind a tree and start looking around.
All right. So as you start to creep out there, Bob, give me a perception roll.
All right. A 4.
Okay. So you walk over by some of the shrubs.
Oh, I almost forgot. My face was wet.
Okay. Go over by some of the shrubs, and you go around and you start to check out. You're trying to hide behind some of the rocks, and all of a sudden you feel a large cold piece of steel at the side of your neck.
Hmm.
If you angle to your right, since you're like what 5'3",
Yeah.
okay, you're looking at like the midsection of what looks to be a very large person wearing furs.
I'm gonna do the same.
So you go, okay. So all of a sudden you become 8 feet tall
No
and
fruit baskets.
and roll initiative.
Which one's the initiative? Which die?
Roll a d20.
Okay. We haven't done combat yet.
No,
Nope.
It's probably a good thing we haven't.
I got a 17.
All right.
Oh, dang.
The rest of you can roll initiative in a second.
Oh.
All right. All of a sudden, you have become much larger, and you are actually now, since you're about 8 feet, like 8.5 feet, you're a good foot and a half taller than this person. As his eyes get really big, and he swings.
Bada.
Yes.
Try to catch his arm.
Oh no, he's swinging a very large sword at your midsection.
Can I dodge out of the
Oh,
way?
yay.
Well, that's what your AC is for.
Well,
Well, do you parry or dodge?
currently, do you want to try and parry the sword? Do you want to try and dodge out of the way?
Or roll with it?
Well, rolling with this after you get hit.
I'll try to dodge.
Okay, so roll me a d20.
All right. 11.
Okay, and then what's your bonus to dodge?
Bonus to dodge.
Not enough.
I don't see it. Oh, up here. Haha. +2 or +3. Sorry.
Okay, so you go to dodge, and attempting to dodge actually seems to be worse for you as he clocks you right in the midsection. All of you don't even have to roll perception for the scream that comes out of poor Bob.
18.
I said you don't even have to roll perception.
Oh.
Blarg.
Okay, Bob, how much SDC did you have?
SDC. I'm looking 60.
Okay. This is very shocking for you because you take a huge gash as you are down to 10 SDC.
Oh boy.
Oh, shite.
As he slices through you, you stumble back. He goes to swing again at the large shape-shifting giant.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
8 foot's not a giant.
Can I like try
He
to?
went from being 5'3" to 8'6".
It's a growth spurt. He's a growing boy.
You can attempt to dodge or try and parry the blade away.
I'll try to parry this time.
Okay. Are you gonna just try and hand parry, or are you gonna try and parry with what?
I'll try to parry with my wolf steel short sword.
Okay, so you're gonna basically whip it out and try and parry with it. All
Yeah.
right. Give me a parry roll.
All right. I got nat 20.
So
Damn.
all of a
Yeah.
sudden, you guys will hear this large clang of metal, and now the rest of you can roll initiative. And while you roll initiative, Bob, you're on the ground. It is your turn.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna try to. Oh, what do we got? Swing my wolf steel short sword,
Okay.
which
So what'd
is
you get for initiative?
oh
Snow, what'd you get for initiative?
16.
Okay. Kevin,
3.
Thomas,
Did you want my original roll when you asked for initiative, or did you want the new one I just took?
The new one.
19.
So, what'd you get for your strike, Bob?
Rolling. I got 5, 9, 12. Plus 6 is 18.
Okay. So you go to strike him from, you're on the ground, you go to kind of a wild swing.
Yeah.
And as you go for a wild swing, he literally pulls out a battle axe and downward parries it.
But Roraggy.
Ruh-roh is right.
You can attempt another swing at this point.
Yeah, we'll try one more swing. 12. I got 18 total.
All right. Let's see if he can parry yours again. And like Bob, he gets a nat 20 to sit there and go, King!
Oh.
Shit.
Apparently, they're just sparring now.
So Thomas, you got a 19. You, the next one that can act. So Mira, you hear what's something that's going on. Do you run over there? What do you do?
How far away are they?
Bob snuck off about 30 feet. You can make a perception roll.
Okay. Nat 16?
You see where two kind of shapes are fighting it out, and from the clanging of metal, you have a pretty good idea.
We're just trying to get some bloody sleep, and we can't even do that. Okay, I'll go and throw. I'll go and throw some daggers.
Okay.
Okay, range of 50, so that's fine. Nat 20.
Okay.
Nat 18.
Okay.
So that is 1d6 plus 6. And damage modifier plus 2.
Okay. So the guy does not see you throw them. So you will hit with both.
Oh no, the 20 and then the 18 was to confirm the 20 on the second roll.
Oh, okay. So the 20, so not to confirm, just see if you get another 20. So yeah, you stick him with it. So it's normally how much? 1d8?
1d6 plus 8.
So 2d6 plus 16.
Okay, that's 7 plus 16, so 23.
Okay. The large man that is currently fighting Bob lets out some sort of loud growl and grunt. Bob, this does not look good for you.
Ah, shit.
We're just trying to get some sleep. Will you just leave us alone?
But Bob, in your case, you think, oh crap, she pissed him off.
Okay.
The wake up call's not until 6 a.m.
You're echoing, Thomas.
Not because I'm talking loud enough to hit Todd's mic. Don't worry, we are doing our 6-foot distance, right? That's 6 foot?
Ish.
Sure. So, do you throw another dagger?
Yes, I throw another dagger, and with a 2.
What's your natural roll?
11.
Okay. This kind of freaks you out, Bob. The dagger goes flying,
Mhm.
literally hits him.
Right in the forehead.
Close. Actually hits him right in the upper right shoulder, and it seems to just bounce right off his skin.
Oh, shit.
What's the lighting like around here?
It's the equivalent of what it is like at 3 a.m.
Oh.
Dark.
Dark.
No, it's not that dark because I'm assuming there. What's the cloud cover like? There's stars out, right? We can see decently, or
Well, yes, but I mean, it's not pitch black, but you know, it's
well, yeah, it's like a standard night that you would normally have in the countryside. You can see well enough. There is a moonlight, and no, there's 3 moonlights, and well,
yeah.
1.5.
I thought there
All
were
right.
2. Oh no, it's suns. My bad.
There were 2 suns. Now there's only 1.
Well, yes, but there are 3 moons,
3
and
moons.
one.
I forgot about the moons.
Right, that's fine. Anyway, it's Officer Shaw's turn.
Oh no, I only did 2 attacks. I have 3.
Oh, you want to try and throw a third dagger?
Sure, this is just a regular one. I don't have the stats for regular daggers. That too. I don't even know where this one goes.
Bob, you get a little worried as a dagger flies over your head, nearly missing you.
Watch where you're throwing it.
They keep this up. I'm not just throwing.
Now it's Officer Shaw's turn.
So how many are there, or is it just the one that's on Bob?
Well, you haven't seen. You saw before there were 3 shapes, but right now you only see one that Bob is fighting.
Okay. I will pull my wolf steel. Cause I don't have my gun on me. Yay.
I'm honestly surprised Mir didn't pull out a gun and be like, "I'm gonna catch
Oh,
somebody."
God.
Bam.
Oh, with the
It's 3
explosive.
o'clock in the morning. It is not nice to fire a gun at this time. They might wake up Kevin.
Anyway, so what are you doing, Officer Shaw?
Shit. I don't even know, honestly. What's the guy doing to Bob?
From what you can see, Bob is on the ground, even though Bob looks a lot larger and beefier, and currently bloodier than normal. You kind of are looking at. He's kind of standing over. They were fighting. You know, this kind of all happens at the same
Right.
time. So Bob was
Right.
slashing, he's parrying, and then all of a sudden, Mira's throwing daggers.
Throwing daggers.
Yep.
I'm sorry, glaring does not work nearly as well. The glaring daggers does not work nearly as well in the dark.
So what do you do?
Okay. Draw my sword and I'll just walk
Charge
up to
over?
him. No, I'm
Are
not
you
even gonna charge. I'm just going to walk forward, going, "Hey, man, knock it off." I'm not attacking. I'm just, yo.
Okay. So you walk over there to try and get him to stop. And he looks over at you and he's like, "Are you a witch too?"
Yes. Yes, I am.
Then you must die. And he takes a swing at you.
Well, everybody hates magic.
All
Why
right.
does everybody hate magic here?
Stop it. No, do you forget? Remember, witches in Palladium literally make pacts with demons to get power.
Hmm.
So witches are considered to be like super evil. You didn't ask if you were a mage, you asked if you were a witch. But before he attacks, now it's Isabel's turn.
I believe the proper term is warlock.
Nope. Warlock
No,
means
that's a
something
different
else.
class.
Well, no, but a male witch is a warlock, I thought.
No.
Actually, that's something else. We'll get to that much later.
Much later.
If we survive.
Yeah.
No, if Bob survives. Wait, where's Bob?
Bob's part of we. We all have different locations.
Well, I've got the stream. Okay, so I've got mine, and then down over here, I've got the stream going on. So I'm like, wait, where's Bob? Oh yeah, Bob. He's right there.
Yeah, you just point at Kevin
Thomas
for me.
is there.
So, Isabel, what are you doing?
I'm going to pull out my sword and I don't know.
I know, we're all just like, what the fuck?
Are you gonna do what Ryan did and try and talk to him, or are you gonna run over there and just start swinging?
I'm gonna try talking.
So, do you walk over there, run over there?
Walk over there.
Okay. This is what I was asking you to do.
Oh.
All right, so you walk over there. Right as he's about to, as you walk over there, he looks at you. Are you a witch?
No.
All right. So you said he's like, why do you travel? What the hell is
Yeah.
with that?
Sorry, I was putting away
heard that
trash.
one.
Yeah, that keeps happening like every 30 or 40 seconds in my ears. That
That's
huge
the first time I've heard it.
blast of static. Anyway, you're like, if he's like, so why do you travel with a witch?
You have
You're
to
like,
talk.
They're witches? What?
Can I try to
Anyway, while you're
teleport?
you can actually on your turn because right about now, while Isabel's thinking, he's now going to take a swing at the witch.
The witch!
Are you going
Hey,
to you going to attempt to parry?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and attempt to parry. You can do something like
Two.
but he all of a sudden he obviously he's not attacking you, Isabel. He's attacking Ryan, and now you understand that he's referring to Ryan as the witch.
Yeah, I don't parry with the 2.
No. Okay. And this may change what you decide to do, Isabel.
Because I mean, total would be a 7.
Officer Shaw, how much SDC did you have?
Fuck. 44.
You had 44?
Uh-huh.
And how many hit points did you have?
26.
Okay. So he does a sideward slash through your midsection, and you're down to 18 hit points.
Okay.
Isabel, roll me a save versus horror factor.
Oh, it's just a straight roll. Wonderful.
D20.
Just gonna say I fail now.
No, hey, let's be positive.
I got a 3.
I'd be
Almost
positive you
almost
run
say
it.
that come out of Snow's nose.
It's all about trying to time it when somebody's taking a drink, because almost always somebody taking a drink is somebody during the podcast.
All right, so you see this huge wound open up in Officer Shaw's gut. Blood is everywhere. He stumbles back and screams in pain, and you're like, "Ah!" Which now, Bob, do you want to
Yes.
try and teleport away?
Yes, I want to teleport to my backpack,
Okay.
which is in the
remember,
camp.
What is your ME?
ME is 11.
Okay, so roll me a D20 under your roll D20. You want to get under your ME.
Oh, come on. Nope, I got a 16.
Okay, and now you're going to. What is your ME and your MA added together?
33.
So that's 34. So roll a D20, get under 17.
19.
Oh, goody. We get to use the random table. Hold on.
Oh.
And you all get to watch my cat clean himself.
Okay. Bob, roll me percentile dice.
Oh, shit. All right. 48.
Okay, roll me a D8.
Oh, boy. It's 12. Give me just a second. I got to find my D8. 4. Ah, found it. I got a 6.
Okay. Now you're going to roll me a D6.
Oh, shit. Okay. I got a 5.
5. Okay. So Bob disappears.
Oh, fuck.
We'll get to Bob in a minute. Bob, here's what I'm going to tell you. And like I said, we'll get you in a minute.
Okay.
But all of a sudden you vanish and you're in the middle of a very deep, cold snowbank.
Shit. Okay.
On the bright side, you can use the snows to close your wound, right? Just pack the ice on there, and it'll slow down the swelling.
Yep.
So, Officer Shaw, to you, Bob just bailed on you. He would, see ya!
Deuces!
Deuces.
You go.
Okay, Mira, Bob has vanished. Now, you've seen him do this before, so you're pretty sure it's not one of the people that's fighting, or the guys fighting him. You just saw Officer Shaw fall down, and you see Isabel is just freaking out.
Okay. Can I do a gaming lore to realize or get a recommendation on how to prove you're not a witch?
Well, sure, make a gaming lore.
Wish me luck, Shaw.
Good luck.
Yeah, you needed to wish a little louder. That was an 81. No.
You're like, okay, how do I prove he's not a witch? I don't know.
Um. Um.
You're like, actually, your brain instantly goes, okay, how do I prove they're not a witch? Okay, witch, witch.
Throw them in water.
You're like, no, wait, throw them in water? No, that's the wrong type of witch. And then you start thinking about Buffy episodes, and your brain just becomes a big old pile of mush.
Okay. So Shaw's on the ground, and we've got
Isabel is freaking out, and Bob has vanished.
Meow.
I don't even know what to do right now. I'm like,
You
The
just
only way this could be worse than the other bag of cats is if Bob's teleport was dimensional teleport.
yeah, that's true. I wouldn't be surprised if he's on the frozen plane, the frozen.
And they're like,
frozen
oh,
realm.
look, Bob's back in the Northlands again.
Yeah.
What's up, Loki?
Oh god.
So what do you do, Mira?
This is just one of them that's come out, right?
This is one,
And I know there's 3 more, right?
two more.
Two
But you
more.
don't know where they are.
Okay. So did we see? I didn't see Shaw do any magic or anything like that.
No, but you clearly heard the large person. And when I say large, this person's actually slightly taller than Shaw. And Shaw is 6'7". This guy's like 7'4".
No, I'm
Okay.
6'10".
Oh, I'm sorry, a whole inch off. I was giving you an extra inch.
An extra inch doesn't matter.
Depends on how you use it.
Well,
That's
everything
what he
matters in
said.
how you use it. Okay, I will go ahead and I will reach into my purse to draw my sidearm, but I will not, and I will be holding my action to see the reaction before I try to shoot anybody.
So, do you move up there when you draw your sidearm?
I will still have it like in my purse on my side, so because that's where my bigger gun is.
But you didn't actually draw it yet.
Well, it's in. I'm gonna go grab it, so my hand's gonna be in my purse.
Okay, but they're not seeing it, so they can't
Okay.
they can't make it a reaction. They're going to see your hand in a bag.
Okay, so I will go ahead and draw it. It'll be lowered, but I will go ahead and I'm like, look, he's not a witch. He's just learning how to be psionic. He's an idiot.
He said he was a witch.
He doesn't know what a witch is.
Are you a witch?
I don't know any kind of magic. We just have a magical item that I have something that makes me clean, and I can't even do it myself.
So you're not in league with demons.
I hope not. I never see a demon. I haven't seen a demon yet.
Isabel, make me another save versus horror factor to kind of get out of the.
Can I go ahead and do like a diplomacy or something?
Do you have diplomacy?
I don't think seduction's gonna work in this way.
It'd actually be really funny.
Psychology.
Well, that'd actually take time. Right now, the guy's still armed and looking to carve your friends up into, victuals.
Okay, no.
I honestly thought you guys were gonna talk to the barbarians instead of, pick a fight with the barbarian.
He put a sword to my head.
He put a sword to your neck, but he didn't actually start swinging until you decided to Hulk out.
The other guy, he just doesn't like being short, so he got something that makes him taller. He has an inferiority complex. Honestly, he mostly uses in the bedroom.
That's true.
Yes, but anyway, so
No, I tell the barbarian that.
so what'd you get, Kevin, for your save versus horror factor?
12.
Okay, so you stop screaming. You're starting to calm yourself down because Shaw is still bleeding badly. So the large man takes a step back. He's like, "So you're not a witch, and what about the one that disappeared? He must be a witch."
He was possessed by a god, and he's been weird ever since.
Oh, this is not going to go good. Let's see if he actually understands what you're talking about.
He got better. What was the name of the god?
It was Karm.
Harm.
Karm. Yeah, he was touched by Karm, and he's been able to teleport.
Okay, let's see if that actually helps. He just gives look like, ah. And looks back at Officer Shaw, who's bleeding. He's like, "You give me your word under penalty of death that you and the rest of your friends are not witches."
None
No,
of us have
man.
had any dealings with any demons that we are aware of them being a demon.
No demons.
He will take a step back and he's like, "I will let you tend to your brave friend, who apparently is not a witch."
I'm sorry about the knife.
Oh, and he pulls it out and drops it.
He kind of startled us. We're trying to, sleep. So I will go ahead and tend to my friend.
He will make some hand signals, and you will see two other really large men in like furs and leather walk out from the shadows.
I'll put the pistol away.
All of you can make gaming lore, except for
Oh, shit.
Bob, who's currently, in a snowdrift.
Okay, gaming wars at 59.
I did not get it.
76, no.
20 out of 63.
Oh, okay. Isabel, you do remember these. These are typically the northern barbarians. 3 things about the northern barbarians: they are highly superstitious, they are incredibly strong, and they can dual wield mass weapons as if they were normal weapons, which would explain why half of Shaw's guts are on the ground.
Why the dagger bounced off.
By the way, Snow, you're lucky he got mid-range damage on 5d12 because they use
Yeah.
great swords and great axes.
He easily could have taken my head if he wanted to.
Yeah. Hey, at least it wasn't a beast dragon.
This time, the person that couldn't wake up is the one to save the party instead of getting bitten in half.
All right. You'll notice the 3 of them will actually. There's 3 of them now, and one of the guy that's been talking to you, he's like, "Do you wish help with your friend?"
I only have holistic medicine, so I'm pretty much just applying pressure on a cloth.
You're okay. You realize at this point, trying to apply pressure with the cloth is like trying to, stop up the Mississippi River with a roll of toilet paper. They cut through his gut. It split open. You're like,
Yes, we want help.
yeah, okay.
But toilet paper is a hot commodity right now, and no one can find it. So
Especially not us. Then again, I don't need any toilet paper.
That's right.
Oh,
You
yeah,
use
you
your
just
left
go.
hand. Anyway, the shorter of the three men, and when I say shorter, we're going like 7'4", 7'2", and 7 foot, comes over,
Yes.
I'm like
Takes
trying to hold it together.
takes out two what look like gourds. One is normal, like light tan, whatnot. One is dark green. He opens the first gourd and hands it to Officer Shaw, and he's like, "You'll probably want this for the pain in just a second."
I chug the
Takes the
bitch.
no, just a second. He takes out the green gourd and starts pouring it on your wound. Now you want to drink it because it's healing you, but it's painful. It's like
Chug the
pouring,
bitch.
yeah, it's like pouring alcohol, rubbing alcohol or hydrogen peroxide, on a wound, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah. But it is healing you.
Uh-huh.
And the other thing he handed you, yeah, it's some sort of moonshine.
Are you sure you didn't get them mixed up?
I'm positive.
I'm on the package. Mind if I take?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give it. You know where I am.
Does anybody else hear that constantly, or is it just me?
Just you.
You're special, Todd. You know this.
Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to deal with that in a minute. But anyway,
If you want, you can certainly go ahead and just disable the Bluetooth. I will disable my audio, and so that way we'll just work off of your mic or my mic, whichever you prefer, just to test that out for a moment to see if it's
The
your
problem is
computer or the
one
Bluetooth.
of the two of you is going to be really super quiet.
I just can be louder.
I'm not sure.
That's experimentation for later.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We're
Like I
more,
said,
we're more than halfway through.
it's annoying right now, but I can soldier through this. So anyway, Officer Shaw will kind of knock himself out with whatever's in the light gourd,
Mm-hmm.
but within a few hours you will be completely healed.
Okay.
Meanwhile, they'll help pick up your friend and take him over to your tents. When they get over by the tents, you can actually see them better. These men are dressed in leathers and furs, and they have a bunch of very bizarre blue and red woad painting all over their face
Oh.
and body.
Nice.
Uh, they appear to be human. I mean, really large humans.
Okay.
I'm gonna be literally like trying to just hold it together, hold the wound together, and just be a little fascinated for the first 5 minutes until the adrenaline wears off, and then I'm probably gonna have to excuse myself for a little while.
Yeah, because when he poured the liquid over it, you'll literally watch the skin just kind of heal itself.
Okay, as soon as I see it's holding each other back, I'm just gonna go to the bushes and take a couple of breaths and try not to throw up or anything,
Okay.
because that was intense.
Okay.
And I now have a lot of blood on my cleaning gloves, and I only have one more use on the. Oh wait, no, it's the rest of the. Hopefully they refresh in the morning.
Yeah, it's
Then I'll
first
go clean
A.
it. Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, Bob,
Yes.
you're standing in a snowdrift. There's dense forest all around you. It's friggin' cold.
Ah, shit.
You just saw Shaw get disemboweled.
You have no idea where you are. You just know it's cold. You're in a snowdrift. You are definitely not dressed for this, and there's trees everywhere.
You guys are getting really echoey again.
Um,
Doesn't sound like it
Let
on
me-
my end.
No?
Mm-mm.
let me handle
Okay.
Bob here, and then we'll take a short break to fix this, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
I might
Okay.
need to relocate then more than the social distancing.
All right. So, Bob,
Yes.
what do you do?
I'm gonna try to use my land nav, I guess.
Okay.
Uh, nah.
It's cold.
Nope, it's cold. I got a 80. I got a 82, man. There's
I
yeah.
forgot the name of that guy, the black guy in the newscast. Like, it's cold.
I'm up to 10 now. All right. So, how do you want to proceed?
Oh shit.
Do you want to do what the other bag of cats did? Just try and teleport again to correct for the last teleport?
DTFO.
I'm
DTFO.
pretty worn out. I mean, I pretty much used most of my PPE. Yeah, I only have
Yeah.
like
You can try it again.
no. I'm gonna start walking in a
Which
general.
direction?
Do you know what direction it is?
No, you
Forward.
failed land nav.
Yeah, forward. Can I? I'm gonna try astronomy. See if that'll help at all.
Okay, make me astronomy and navigation.
I got 18 on astronomy.
Okay.
Out of 33, and then go back to land nav. I got 37 on land nav out of
Nice.
43.
Okay, so you don't recognize any of these stars, but you at least find an astral point that you can kind of like the North Star. You're like, okay, so that's there. Then you figure out kind of using general land navigation that you need to head south.
Okay.
You just don't realize how far south you have to go.
Awesome. Well, I will try to attempt to start walking south.
Okay. You start walking south. All right. We're going to take a
Oh
short
no,
break.
we're good. We're good.
Oh, we fixed it? Okay.
You're good.
Cool. All right.
Never mind on the short break.
All right. No short bus. Okay.
No, short bus is in his house.
Yeah, she's
Well,
hiding
no, school's
somewhere.
been disabled.
What?
What?
School has been disabled.
Let's see.
Oh, school's been disabled. Yeah.
I heard they're not
Okay.
even
Just
coming
looking.
back even in May.
No.
What's
they're not.
up? All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Well, so the rest of you,
That's short bus.
There she is. That's short bus.
and the dog who's like, why don't I get an attention?
Yeah.
Oh, is it
So are we just gonna take turns showing each other pets while on this?
Just for today.
I'm the only one without one.
Anyway, and we've lost Kevin again. But okay, so
Don't worry, we have Lamp. I love Lamp.
yeah, we have a lamp. Oh, there he is. All right, so the rest of you, so Isabel, you're over by Ryan Shaw as he starts to come to. The good news is, Ryan, that all of your hit points will be back. Bad news is you're going to have a gnarly scar right across your midsection. It's going to look like you had the mother of all C-sections.
I can show you mine.
It's like this long.
How long? I can't see your hands. Yeah, that's about right.
Just-
It's the size of the red dot behind his head.
Yeah, it's about 12-inch long. Actually, about 18-inch long scar that's going to run across your midsection.
So my character and I have something in common.
Yay! Except, your character didn't give birth.
Oh no,
Although,
mine
it
wasn't
almo-
from giving birth. This is the new scar I just got 3
Oh.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, now you can go ahead and start lifting up your shirt. Like, I got 18 inches to show you.
Yeah, that when you guys complain about me. Okay, so like I said, Isabel, Ryan starts to come to. As Ryan comes to, and you're kind of been keeping watch over Ryan, the 3 other gentlemen are sitting around your campfire. They've been kind of lightly muttered to themselves, but other than that, they've appeared to not give you guys any harm or anything else.
Okay.
All right. Do you wish to engage them, or do you just want to keep overwatch on Officer Shaw?
I think I'm just gonna keep watch on Shaw.
Okay,
Oh, you're so sweet.
Mira, when you eventually get done relieving yourself, cleaning yourself, and whatnot,
Getting a breath.
all right, you come back, and as Ryan is starting to come to, you'll notice that he is completely healed, although there is a large scar.
While I'm still out, I will mutter at the red star if I can see it about what the hell did you get me into?
Okay, make me a perception roll.
15.
You do actually see the star. Let's see if it's actually currently
First
there
night
today.
out in the wilderness, we get attacked by barbarians accusing us of witchcraft. I have elbow deep in my friend's blood, and you're pouring this.
On this particular day, the star is not red; it's orange.
Mm, no, oh, well, that's good. I've seen enough red for today. I appreciate your not over exaggerating things, but I really hope this destiny has a positive turn for us. And then I'll go ahead and head back since I don't
Okay.
hear anything.
No, not as of yet. So I said you come back, and Ryan starts to sit up, and he's, I mean, a little drunk, but he's back to normal,
I
albeit
love you.
a.
You're so beautiful. Oh, I love you so much. You're so
Sean,
beautiful.
when somebody asks you if you're a god, you say yes. But if they ask you if you're a witch, say no.
Okay, yo, I got you. Yeah,
Yo.
yeah, yo.
Yeah. You don't need any Lotus.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
I'm good.
You all, the three of you realize, oh wait a minute, we're missing Bob.
Does anybody have that pigeon thing? Didn't we have a scroll that does the pigeon thing where that sends a pigeon after somebody, or a wand of that, or did Bob have
I
that?
don't have it. Who did have that?
The
I,
scrolls of magic pigeon. That would
Yeah.
be Bob, but it might be in his saddlebag
or my backpack.
or his backpack that he doesn't have
Okay.
on it.
Yeah.
I'll go looking since I'm the most capable right now, or most have the for
Great.
faculties.
So
Great idea.
here's a wonderful idea. See the map, the couple of scrolls of magic pigeon, and other things Bob might need to survive are all in his backpack, in his on his sleeping bag, not with Bob. So yeah, you find a scroll of magic pigeon.
Okay, I'm gonna do my absolute best to guesstimate where we're on the map. I'm sure we went over this at one point, but I'm gonna try to like mark on the map where I think we are.
You can make perception.
5.
Okay, you're like, yeah, this is your best guess. You're like, I think we're here.
Okay. I'm trying to remember. The pigeon delivers paper or messages.
No, it delivers a message. It'll instantly go to the person, and they can send a response.
Oh. Okay. Um, we're all alive. The barbarians stopped killing us. They understand you're touched in the head. So you can come back when you're ready.
Okay, roll me a d20. See if you actually cast the scroll.
2.
So he sits there and goes through all this and goes, "Huh," and it just turns into paper. and
Performance
nothing happens.
issues.
Oh, damn.
Did it work?
No.
Do I get any reaction from the barbarians?
Oh, let's see. Okay, two of the barbarians do this, and one just goes like this.
I don't think it worked.
There is another one.
I'm sure he'll come back on his own. I mean, where he has nowhere else to go, and wherever he is.
So you don't want to try and use the other one?
I think the other one was being saved for something. I'm pretty sure.
You can get more.
How are we gonna get more?
You can with your gold.
Uh, well, I guess we could fly over to a city and find somebody, but fine. I'll try again.
Roll higher than a 1.
I did
Yes, that was in character.
What'd you get?
5.
So this time it goes off, and you'll notice that you can tell there's an actual sensation you get that when the
Ooh,
spell.
that was tingly.
All right, Bob. While you're trudging southward, all of a sudden the pigeon appears and gives you the message.
Okay. Crap. It's cold. I'm gonna try to teleport again.
Okay, so you're not going to send a response first,
I think that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
the pigeon says.
or did you
Yeah.
say you're like, crap, it's cold. I'm going to try and teleport again.
Yeah.
Okay, the pigeon will disappear, and that's what you guys hear.
I wish it could deliver things. I would have given it the stone because I kept on storing magic in it.
Yep, you hear, crap, it's cold. I'm going to try and teleport again. All right, Bob. Are you going to try and teleport to your stuff? To the camp?
I'm gonna try to teleport to the camp.
Okay. All right. So give me an ME check.
All right. ME is at 11, so
So D20 under 11.
I got a 14.
And now you're going to roll me a D20 under 17.
Nope. 19. Shit.
All right. Once again.
Where will I
Roll
end up?
percentile dice.
Oh shit. I got a 54.
54. All right. Roll me a D8.
Oh shit, I gotta find it again. You're a D8. 3.
Okay. Now you're going to roll me 2d6.
Total of 4.
Okay, well, you vanish from where you're at.
Okay.
Okay, and let me get. Hold on, I gotta double check.
He's got the book.
No shit.
Yeah, oh shit is right. Hell. Okay, so you went from right here. And you went to there. And now, oh, goody. All right. So you're at the base of a mountain. It's still really cold.
Shit.
You can make me a perception roll.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Watch out for the
Nope.
dragons, man.
I got a 3. I'm
Okay.
just. Nope.
Well, you do see there are several, the base of this mountain you see some human-sized caves that are, that looks like you'd have to climb up. And then further up, there's even larger-sized caves. For snow zone edification, he teleported himself to the base of the Algor Mountains.
That's what I was afraid of.
Rock giants, man.
Shit.
I was really hoping he was going to teleport him south, like right in front of one of your guys' temples.
Oh, man.
You're like...
Watch out for them orgies.
Oh, poor Bob tonight.
All right. we'll get back to Bob in a second as you decide. You can tell me later if you decide you want to try and climb up into one of those caves for possible shelter or sit here and freeze.
Yes, I'm climbing.
Okay, do you have the climb skill?
Mm, mm, no.
All right, uh, give me a roll percentile dice.
Alrighty. 24.
All right, um, you find some good handholds and footholds, even though you are freezing at about 20 feet up. You will actually see a walkway. You can actually start to go up.
All right, I'll start using that.
All right, we'll get back to Bob in a minute. So the rest of you, while you're sitting there talking to the barbarians, uh, they will introduce themselves. The one that actually got into the fight with all of you is a barbarian by the name of Killian. The two traveling companions are Garvin and Sherrick. They'll tell you they are from uh, the barbarian clans of what's called North Bowl. There's
Yeah, bull.
yeah, they're from the North Bowl. Uh, they were out. They're part of a scouting party. They will regale you with the fact that the Dominion of Man has been trying to find secret passages through the northern wilderness, and the barbarians, for the first time in like 200 years, have peace with the Wolfen. So they've been scouting these areas to keep the Dominion of Man from crossing through their territory, and use it as strike points against the Wolfen.
I'm still plastered.
Yeah, you're enjoying this.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, one of my roommates is having a meltdown.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Um, Isabel and Mira, since Ryan's a little tipsy,
I'm
you
just
guys
like, whoa.
you guys decide to take a look at their weaponry.
Is there anything particularly notable about it?
It's huge. I mean,
That's what she
the
said.
the all the battle axes seem to be made out of this black steel that looks. I mean, it looks really shiny for being. Most things that are made out of black iron are kind of a dull, almost like a matte black, not a sheen black. But their uh, battle axes are really, really shiny.
Sorry.
But their great swords are made out of a different type of iron, a different type of steel. It's nothing that you've ever quite seen. I mean, unless you've got metallurgy. Do either one of you?
I have chemistry, not metallurgy.
Chemistry wouldn't help you unless you're doing experiments on it. But if you wish to take a look at it, they will show you their weaponry.
That's too big for me to wield, but it is impressive.
Well, wield, yes, but you could take a look at it if you wanted to examine it. Since,
Yeah.
You're an investigative journalist, and Isabel's a CSI, so anyway.
So, where I'm going to ask, where are they from?
North Pole.
Okay, and so how far are we from there?
It's about 600 miles.
So, what brings you so far here?
We track all the places that the Dominion of Man might try and come through or try and utilize to attack the Wolfen, and then we go back and make our report, and then another scouting team comes through.
Oh, Okay. As he hides the wolf blade. Hopefully they haven't noticed those.
Well, no, they wouldn't. That, like I said, the dragon wolf blades, they don't. You wouldn't really recognize anything unless you actually did
Had
a
the mirror wolf.
magical. Yeah,
Okay.
they're just allies with the wolfen. They are not wolfen. They are
Oh,
human, albeit rather large humans. But yeah,
do they all grow as big as you over where you're from?
it helps.
I imagine the increased mass really helps out with the maintained internal body temperature.
It's the way we're raised. The higher altitude, the strength training.
I also imagine that the better specimens are better are chosen more readily.
Besides, smaller children don't survive as well.
Mm, by choice or just happenstance.
The environment can be very cruel. We have winter for 3/4 of the year.
I imagine that could cause a lot of
A
problems.
lot of winter.
Yeah, I understand. Where I come from, we have summer 3/4 of the year.
That would be interesting.
You say
So
that,
It
but fortunately,
sucks.
we have air conditioning.
they look very confused when air conditioners like, do you live near fire dragons?
No, we just live near the equator, where the sun is the closest to the planet.
And again, they look at you like, oh, what? Equa, what?
It's a desert.
Why would anyone live in the desert?
It's actually in a valley between mountains, so we get a little bit more shade and we have some rivers running through it. But there used to be gold there, and there was brothels set up, and that attracted more people and actually causes settlements for people to grow, make cities.
And it's summer 3/4 of the year.
It feels like it. It's usually
No, it
over
is.
80 degrees 3/4 of the year.
And you don't live near fire dragons.
No, we do not live near fire dragons. It's just really hot, but fortunately, we have these boxes that constantly blow cold air. They're expensive to run, though.
You,
Berries.
hmm.
And we
They
have
look very confused. Boxes that blow cold air. They mean and equators.
um, well, I don't know if there's an equator in here. We saw the map. Where would an appropriate location be on the map that we've seen of this planet? Where's like in the center run?
Um,
Would that run through any particular kingdoms?
you actually take a look at this and you're like, you don't know where you'd actually be able to point out where an equator would be. But he will show you where on your map where they live, roughly. So you would assume if the equator is like, if you're doing it like normal, the equator would run like right through the middle. And he explains that they live like where North Pole is, and that you guys are essentially here. They came down through here and they go back up.
Mm.
And you get the idea that, well, things are definitely strange now.
So how do you make your iron so dark? Do you just have a high carbon content?
Oh no, this is black steel. It's from black iron that comes through certain parts of the mountain.
I know Damascus steel, but I don't know anything about a black iron. Most of the time, it's usually dyed or applied afterward. How is it different than normal iron?
It's just a type of iron we find when you forge it correctly. It maintains the edge no matter what.
So it is probably high carbon content.
They just looked at you like you're speaking gibberish. She just basically black steel, when made into like blades, like axe blades or knives or whatnot, makes it super sharp to the point that the blade never dulls and actually adds more damage.
Hmm,
Nice.
that's impressive. Is that a magic?
No, the naturally occurring iron.
Hmm. We don't have that where we're from.
Hmm. Anyway,
Closest we have is obsidian, but that just breaks and gets sharper and then breaks more. It's not good for using as a weapon.
no, we only use obsidian for ritual daggers.
Yeah, we can't use it for surgery anymore because it leaves little shards in people.
Anyway, so he'll sit there and go through and, we'll try and he's like, where did the other friend of yours go?
I don't even think he knows. Like I said, he was touched by Karm, and he's been working on getting better ever since.
Okay. You should be careful. I mean, those that literally can move with a thought are usually highly sought after as either shaman or some people like to eat them to try and absorb their power.
The message said that he was really cold.
So he's up north.
Possibly. I mean, that's most likely scenario, but we don't know how far he can go. He just barely learned how to do this within the last couple days. He's still learning how to do it.
I see. All right, Bob, you start
Yes.
walking up this pathway. You get up to a certain point and you see the first cave. You realize you're about 60 feet up and you can see a fire in the back part of the cave. Wow, that's really annoying. That thing it still keeps buzzing in my ear. I don't know what it is.
Huh. We need to get you better headphones.
Yeah.
Those are the ones Thomas had, but I don't know why they keep doing it. They were charged before, and I don't know why they keep. It's like horrible static and feedback. All right. All right, Bob, do you go in the cave or do you keep on?
I guess I'm keeping on if there's a fire in there.
Well, you don't want to see if there's anybody in there?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we'll go take a look.
Ah,
I mean, you don't have to. I'm just, it's
No,
up to you, but I'm like,
let's
all
go.
right,
Let's go check it out. I'm already in deep shit.
okay. So you start to approach and walk in there. You'll see, uh, it looks like there's uh, stone furniture that's been carved and whatnot. As you initially walk in, the fire is a little bit further back, and you can make me a perception roll.
Oh, come on. I got a 10.
you can do it.
Okay. Uh, you'll see what looks to be two very short women happen to be asleep next to the fire. They could be dwarves. They could just be small women. They look compact but sturdy, and they have a lot of weird, uh, some sort of tribal writing along their arms. There's two of them, and they are asleep.
I think I'm gonna stay in that cave and try to warm up off of their fire
Okay, but not too
quietly.
close.
Yes.
Okay, Bob's gonna sit there and see if he can get warm. How close do you get to them?
15 feet, 10 feet.
Okay, so you sit down about 10 feet. Let's see. No, they don't wake up. So you sit down, and about 10 feet away, you can actually get some of the warmth off of this. You're actually starting to warm up a little bit because it's freaking cold. and hopefully you can remain alive long enough. Uh, while you're sitting there warming up by the fire, you'll notice that your own like personal energy seems to be coming back faster, i.e., your PPE regenerates faster here.
Okay.
You're on a nexus point.
Ha 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 ha.
Fair enough.
Okay. Um, but it actually makes you feel like personally energized. You just sometimes there are some places where you just spiritually feel like more energized, more awake, more like
Yeah.
I've had 4 cups of coffee and I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
So you personally feel like if you wanted to try, you could try and teleport again,
Sure. Let's try
or
it.
you can wait till they wake up and see if Eustadore's the mountain dwarves.
Yeah, no, we're gonna try to teleport again.
Okay. Okay. ME check. D20 under 11.
I got a 2.
Sweet. Okay. Roll me a D20. Get under 17.
I got a 7.
Holy crap. All right. You want to go back to the camp,
Yes.
or were you going to go back to like your tent or your sleeping bag?
The camp.
Okay. So while the rest of you are sitting there talking, all of a sudden, there's Bob. The barbarians get startled and grab for their weapons until they realize it's your companion.
Need fire. Need fire.
Whoa, that was cool.
I didn't know you can actually grow an icicle on your nose.
Yeah. When he gets back, he's sitting next to the fire, and you can visibly see like the color coming back to his skin. If any of you went and like touched him, shook his hand or whatnot, he was very cold to the touch.
Now I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah. Okay, that's a little weird.
So, how was your trip?
Nope.
Where'd you go?
Snow. In the snow. Purple.
Denver.
Purple.
No colder. Like
Oh.
Canada.
The Yukon. All
They
right.
killed Thomas.
Yeah. Are you okay, Kevin?
It's just really hot in here.
Okay.
We're getting the Blair Witch Cam.
Yeah, we are.
You know, I've seen a
It's
movie
like
about
a-
this.
What was it? Unfriended or some shit like that?
Yeah.
All right.
I told you it's summer 3/4 of the year.
Yeah.
So you'll notice that they've been talking to the barbarians, and they kind of recap what they've told you. All right. The barbarians, after a few hours, they thank you for their fire. They have to get going. They will leave you with one of their large green healing gourds.
Oh.
It's in the gourd is kind of it. You know how they kind of there's like sections of it. So basically, you have three. Oh, that's so annoying. You have 3 uses that will basically do the equivalent of like major healing.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. And then for your bravery, Officer Shaw, they will leave you another gourd of their wonderful spirits.
Thank you.
Yeah. They will bid you good luck, gather their stuff, and continue on.
All right.
Yep.
Where did it play?
All Cool. Okay. So, uh, unless you guys are gonna stay up or rest or whatnot.
I don't feel
hell no.
comfortable leaving at least a watch up, and I'm probably the most awake and alert to stay up.
Okay.
Hell no, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
And
So,
I will ask for a couple of. I will break out one of the pipes, and I will go ahead and start sharing stories and whatnot.
with
The barbarians.
no, they
Or
left.
they? Oh,
No,
they
they
left. Then
left.
fine then.
Like I said,
I
they
start
specifically
telling
left.
stories to myself then.
I could see that.
Well, I didn't know if you were gonna tell it to yourself or to the star or whatnot.
Sure, I will go ahead and I will start writing notes in story format, narrating them as if I'm narrating to the star, just taking notes.
Okay.
I'm a journalist. I can do multiple perspectives.
You
There
know,
you go.
you know,
Alrighty.
I should try to talk to Carm.
Oh
No,
boy.
no, you shouldn't.
That is completely up to you.
Before I go to sleep, I'm gonna start trying to talk to Carm.
Okay. This ought to be good. Alrighty. Alright. So, give you a percentile dice roll.
All right. I got a 3.
Oh, goody. This ought to be fun. Where are my dice?
And I can point my camera down for that if you guys want to see that.
No, no.
Okay.
I have faith in you. There we go. This will be good.
Yeah, just don't ask what dice he's pulling out.
I don't
Okay.
want to know.
So the rest of you were asleep, right?
No,
Yeah.
I'm staying up for a little while. I'll probably start to go to sleep around 2 or 3 in the morning, just so I get some more sleep because I've been asleep for. So I'll be up for about 4 hours before between the waking up and then going back to sleep. But
Okay.
I'll be taking my own notes, just narrative, talking, and writing.
Okay. So Bob sits there and he kind of goes off, like just a little bit to the side, starts trying to communicate with Karm.
Okay.
I need the other 3 of you to make a perception roll.
Oh shit. 4.
Isabel, what'd you get?
5.
Did you get a 6, Thomas?
No, I added their two numbers together. I got a 9.
Okay. So the Ryan and Isabel don't notice, and Mira, you notice for a second and then just kind of facepalm because Bob disappears again.
Oh shit.
We don't have any more pigeons.
Oh man.
And I made a smokeless fire. I'm not sending out smoke signals either.
I'm glad I don't see this.
Nope.
I will go unpack his jacket and lay it out just for whenever he gets back. If he didn't take it with him, I'll go ahead and pull out another jacket as well, just in case.
All right. So, Bob, when you vanish, you end up on this large, barren field. It's very overcast. It looks like bombs, and then it looks kind of like desolate, scorched earth and whatnot. There's a large wolfen stands about 30 feet away from you, but he stands to be about 30 feet tall. He's got 4 arms and a pair of large, like draconic wings. He's also wearing a robe. He is a all white wolfen.
Oh.
He takes a couple steps forward and takes a knee as he kind of lowers his gaze. You can make me a horror factor check as you realize his head is big enough to. It's like eating. It's like a human eating a goldfish. You're like,
I got a 15.
you don't pee yourself. You manage to actually stay calm. He looks down. And he's like, "You, funny human, are not supposed to be here.
uh, yeah.
What is what is it you wish to talk to me about? And
Why?
how did you find this passageway?"
I don't know. And I'm trying to figure out why you chose us and the rage that came with it and everything. I'd love to learn. Like, wow, this has been a wonderful trip.
I chose you because somebody else put you and your friends in our path. Your
Hmm.
harbingers.
Okay.
It's not ominous.
I know,
Not
right?
at all.
I didn't even think that I would show up here, so yeah. I was just trying to talk to you, and next thing I know, I'm here in front of you, and oh crap.
Let me ask you this. Do you believe that you possess the ability to convince your friends of what is true?
Well, I mean, what do you mean by what is true? I mean, we've experienced so much already that sh- it depends.
Some your he kind of pauses. Your kind has a long history of having to have the truth beaten into them before they believe it.
Fair enough.
Do you think you could convince your three other friends that the information I give you is absolutely true without being able to show them?
I might be able to. You know what? Yes, I can do that. No, might be. I can do that.
Very well. And he will stand up and then shrink himself down to the point where he's like only 12 feet tall.
Only.
Okay.
He's like, I'm going to show you something that is important for you to understand, that you and your friends are going to have to make a choice about. So he takes you by the shoulder and he starts to guide you. The next thing you know, you're standing in the blackness of space. It's a little freaky. He's like, "Don't worry, I've got you. You won't fall."
Oh, okay.
And he starts walking with you. And then it's almost like a portal will open up and he will take you through it. As he points out to you, he's like, "This is the way the world was when it was created." And he'll touch you on the side of the head. So he's like, "Your vision is going to change. So you'll be able to see what's actually there, what's real and alive, but you'll also be able to see how saturated the world was with magic. How mad, Jesus, that's annoying. It's like you'll be able to see how there's magic in all living things, rocks, trees, plants, people, blah, blah, blah. Then he will take you back out. You'll be walking through space again, and he'll take you to where he's like, "This is the world that you've been on for the last few weeks, but this is it 10,000 years ago." And again, you'll see how the world has changed, more kingdoms, more people, but they're still saturated with magic. Magic is still there. People are utilizing it. You see the ebb and flow of magic and everything else. He will then take you back through the space, like spacewalk, and he will take you to basically where you were. He's like, "This is the where you were at, but this is several thousand years in the future." And he'll show you that you notice that the ebb and flow of magic is waning. Then he'll take you out again, and he'll take you back through. And now he's like, "This is what your people refer to as the Dark Ages."
Hmm.
And you'll see that lots of the magic energy has just waned. It's being leached off. It's fading. It's dying. Then, sorry, that it's right in my ear. They'll take you back through another portal, and he's like, they'll take you through a portal again, and you actually recognize it. He takes you like downtown Phoenix.
Oh shit. Okay.
He's like, this is where you're from. And as you look around, you can't even see anything. You barely see, like, you occasionally will see a flicker of magic in a person, and you'll notice it's because people will walk right through you.
Or they're under quarantine.
Oh my god. We don't know about that.
Anyway, you'll see just hints of magic in certain living things. He's like, magic has been waning from your planet, and it's been dying and dying and suffering for thousands and thousands of years. This is what your people have done. And then he'll take you back, and then back to the desolate area where you teleported to. He's like, you and your friends have an opportunity, but no one can make you do it. You will, all four of you, at one point in time, will be given a choice whether to save magic and save your world, or let it continue on. The choice has to be made of your own free will. The four of you were picked because there's something special about each and every one of you. And that is all I can say. And then shortly after that, Bob is back.
Jacket.
Oh, I got a story to tell you guys.
Wait,
Well, I already have my
Julius?
notebook out.
Oh boy. So I don't know who sent us, but I had a nice discussion with a four-armed wolfen. I'm assuming
With
is
wings.
Karm. Oh, with wings, yeah. And he was all white. And he took me even to modern day, like our time. And then he brought me back. And then he took
What
me
the hell
to.
did he do that?
Okay.
Are you drunk, man?
No, no.
So
I
he
wish.
took you back to where we belong, and then he brought you back here. Why the
Yes.
hell are they messing with us like this?
Okay, so he was showing me the magic throughout times. Okay, so like magic back in the day was like it was booming. You know, everything was good. Everything was good. And then we got to the Dark Ages, and it was starting to die off. And then now today there was like barely any magic in our world, and we have a choice. We can either save magic and save the world in our times, but it's oh bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Bless you.
But we have to all come together for this. We have to do this from free will. We can't just oh boy.
Trying to
Bless
find
you.
that mute button.
Lights off.
Uh,
I covered it. I
You
put
know,
my
you
shirt up.
could have just decided not to be a herald. You didn't have to try and kill me with the coronavirus.
More important, getting your computer to work or using the coronavirus. I mean, seriously, you got to get both.
he said he chose us at the festival because he saw something special in us.
Is he a mother? Of course, there's something special in everybody. That's kind of
No,
unique
I'm a
DNA.
Jedi.
magically, we can bring magic back to our world.
I don't
You
think
okay there,
our world
Todd?
can handle magic.
We have to show it. We have to show the world, and
And who would
not
decide
this
who in our world would get to have magic?
us.
Right.
We're the badass mofos here. Let's
Really, even if somehow we did get back and we were able to choose who gets to have magic, there's no way to even properly choose who decides to use magic.
Oh, no, that's easy. You get magic, and you get magic, and you get magic.
No,
Everybody gets magic.
I kind of after
You guys realize Shaw is still a little drunk.
after seeing what I just
Okay,
saw.
Oprah.
After seeing what I just saw, I think to bring Karm back, like let Karm choose. You know, the god Karm, all
Our
that. Let
world has
him
been
choose.
monotheistic for hundreds of years, for the most part.
Okay,
It's been largely monotheistic.
Largely.
you come from a rich family, right?
Yeah,
Well
princess.
off.
Why don't we create a freaking his religion in our world?
Oh, Dave.
Because if he had any power in our world, he would have been able to actually use that. There's something going on, and honestly, I don't really trust 90% of the population to put any kind of responsibility to have access to magic.
Okay, so
I
let a
mean,
god choose.
Which god? Why does Karm get to
Karm.
choose? There's apparently
He
like
chose
30 other
us.
gods around here.
He chose us. Well, let's go see who
30.
else there is.
That's funny. 30.
Well, let's go talk to the other gods and see if they want to come back too.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the Moonstone star god over here that seems to have a different voice every other week.
So go ask them if they want to come back to our world.
Yeah,
I don't think our world can handle it.
I think it
Everything
can.
Have you ever heard the butterfly effect?
Yes.
It was
I mean,
a great
seriously,
movie.
there's plenty of movies about it.
Everybody make perception.
All right.
2.
11.
18
So 2, 11,
and 18.
18. Okay. Of course, the drunk person sees it. So while you guys are having this discussion, okay? While you guys are having this wonderful discussion about gods, and there's whopping 30 gods, and who's to say, and who's to whatnot.
We've practically went insane just finding out about gods, and now there's demons. If we bring back magic, will there be demons now?
Officer Shaw,
Yes.
you notice all of a sudden right next to you is a large book. It seems to be written in the common tongue because you can seem to read it. It says
Pick it up.
it's heavy. It's about the size of a completely unabridged dictionary.
Okay.
The title is The Gods and You.
So how
Pop
about
it
you,
open.
Coalfield? What do you think?
Okay, you open it and literally it's got a table of contents. It starts with A and goes all the way to Z.
And a couple
Is
of
it just
letters
like
we
a
don't
list
know.
of gods?
List of gods and page numbers, so you can quite literally go through. You'll realize there's 207.
Does that include the gods that walk?
See, Karm sent that.
I show you the book.
Do you actually open it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Would it where you see the table of contents and whatnot? You go to the next page where you would expect most books to have copyright, written by, published by. Instead of the copyright symbol, it just says copyright dash today.
Is there a trademark?
Okay, there's no trademark, but under print it says printed by Z period G period press.
Okay.
But yeah, you can start looking through it. I mean, it's got a list of every god, and yes, the gods that walk are in there. They're technically under the minor god section.
Fair.
How about you, Isabel? What do you think about the magic situation? You think
don't
any
know.
old average Joe can possibly comprehend the unfathomable power and crap that we got? Seriously, this bullet here. Do you have any
don't
clue
think
what this is
the
gonna do?
average
Because I
Joe
have
can
barely
handle
any idea.
I don't
You guys
think
haven't
any
tried to
average
actually
Joe
shoot
can handle
somebody
this.
yet.
What was that, Kevin?
Never mind.
No, I couldn't hear you.
I said I don't think just any old average Joe could handle this kind of magic.
Why?
So we let the gods choose.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
there's
come on,
good
man.
gods,
Anyone
there's
can be
evil
a Jedi.
gods, there's
Gods that sit on rocks.
I don't know. If you start to follow Japanese philosophy, then everything has its own little god.
Do they have chicken
You-
pox?
And what about the
Do
three
you start looking
seashells?
that up?
No, I'm just turning the page.
But
Yeah,
either
like I said,
way,
it starts with like ACO and then literally it's like alphabetical from what
Yeah.
A to. There's a whole bunch of different gods.
I mean, you think about it right now. The largest domain of man is currently trying to squash all magic just because they don't fully understand it. Yet they have their own magicians. They know the basic ins and outs just because they're afraid of other people. What do
Exactly
you think's
why we
gonna
have to bring it
happen
back.
to the other dictators that we have across our world? Even if they have access to magic, they're
Okay,
gonna harvest it and
think of it this
They may
way.
or may not.
Think of it this way, right? We'll be the high priests and priestess of Karm in our modern world,
I'm
right?
gonna start the Jedi Order.
And is he
farm.
gonna bless
See?
us with rage so we accidentally smite and start killing people?
Well, I mean, if a dictator comes up and tries to do something, he could be like rage, and then we just go smite him.
Thanos snap. Man.
Yeah, we'll Thanos snap him.
Even Thanos realized that you shouldn't Thanos, and we got rid of the stones.
Okay, we'll let Jedi over here use the Force lightning on him.
And who are we to be start killing rulers
Just-
of different nations?
Just think about it. Just think about it. Give it some time. I know it's a lot to take in, but just think about it.
I mean, seriously, you thought it was a dream, and you've been living it for over 2 weeks now.
Well, obviously somebody took that out of my head.
All right.
Literally.
So, I think I might have it on my phone if I have a charge, but I can pull up my iTunes and I can turn on X-Men, and they literally had this whole big debate about this in X-Men.
Do they really?
Well, if the
Yeah,
sun
actually.
started actually working like a sun and start charging my solar panels, and then we can start getting our electronics working and start playing our music and our movies and crap.
What if we
But this
figured
sun
out how?
doesn't even charge a solar panel.
What if we figured out magically how to charge it? Boom.
Yeah, did you not
Here.
see the little keyhole lightning thing and what happened with the charger? I mean, that was an 8,000 milliamp capacity, and that thing got exploded. And that was supposed to be just a little tiny zap.
I'm going to go through the Book of Gods, and I'm going to see if there's a book of or a god of either the sun or of electricity.
You cut him with a mouthful.
There are several gods of the sun
Okay.
that have the sun as their purview. There are gods that have lightning, but
Well,
not necessarily electricity.
we're familiar with one of the gods of the sun. We just went to one of their festivals.
Well, it's called the New Dawn Festival because it's a time of rebirth and starting over.
Wow. Okay.
But-
Sorry.
But they don't have gods of electricity, but they do have gods that have lightning as part of their purview, or storms, and storms have lightning as part of their purview. So
I will go. I'll pick the first god I see in the book. That's the god of the sun.
Do you tell me what you're looking for?
No.
Okay, I'm like, go with Ra. See if he's in there.
okay, so the first god, let's see, you're gonna hit if you're going alphabetically.
But that.
Making Todd's brain work.
I don't want to have to run upstairs and grab my Dragons and Gods book, but let's see. Let's see. No, that's got it. Okay.
I'll
think
just
he's
go
gonna
like
fall
eeny,
over?
meeny, miny, mo.
One of the elven deities is uh, Daetra. Daetra is the goddess of the sun and the harvest.
Okay.
So that's the first. Yeah, alphabetically, that would be the first one.
Okay. I'll look her up.
She's elven goddess of the sun and harvest, and sun, harvest, birth, and she's and generally nature goddess. Yeah,
Okay.
but that's she's the elves pray to her for good harvest. She helps to. She's also a matron goddess, so she's about birth and planting, and you know, she's when you read up on her, she's worshipped very heavily amongst the wild elves, the Kaganasti, and some of the other. I mean, there are humans that worship elven deities, but it's mostly any of the elves that have to deal with if like farmers worship her for good crops and good yields, things like that.
I will dig out. Well, actually, any of you guys have your cell phones on you?
Mine's dead.
Mine
okay,
was
let me
really
see it.
low, and I haven't tried to turn it on yet.
That's okay. Just let me see it.
Okay, here. You can have mine.
So I'll take the phone and I will pray to her and ask for guidance on charging my device.
Meow.
My device. Hey, let me borrow your phone.
This just took a freaking left turn, right?
You know, the only reason we chose a sun god is because I had solar panels.
Yeah, actually.
You know what? Sure, why not? Roll me percentile dice.
Please get like a 1 or something.
It's like in the middle of the night.
84.
Oh.
You have your phone and his phone, right? Or is it,
I think mine's in my bag.
so it's just Bob's phone?
Yeah, I just have Bob's phone.
Okay, while you're holding it, your hands will start to glow. Okay? And Bob, you see your phone starts to illuminate.
Oh, see? Ooh, ooh.
Hey, careful with that. I don't know if that model's safe anymore.
Do you let it just keep sitting there while it illuminates?
Does your god know how many?
Wait, what?
I'm gonna watch the charge and see what it says.
Well, it wasn't on. It starts to because you haven't turned it on.
Even if it's powered
Oh,
off, it'll
try
tell
to
you it's
It
charging.
just starts.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to turn it on now?
Try to turn it on.
So
Okay,
you push it, and it literally it goes through. It does its little cycle thing. It can't now. It's not going to connect to internet because there's no freaking satellites. But within a few seconds, it literally says fully charged.
And I'll hand it to Bob.
Oh!
As you hand it to Bob, okay, your hands will start to glow less and less, and then it'll just shut
I'll
off.
reach for my phone.
Okay.
My
So
phone.
you reach for your phone, and your phone gets
You've got the touch. She gave you the power.
a little bit of the residual charge, so your phone will actually have an additional 13%. Bob, when you look at your phone, okay, it says fully charged, but it looks like your phone is like it wants to say it's got more charge.
It's like super bright.
If it could, it'd be like, man, we've been overcharged.
Warning, warning.
Danger, Will Robinson.
But your phone is on; it's at 100%.
Boom, doo doo. Look at
Movie
that.
night.
You want to do? You want to do your phone now?
I will give thanks.
Okay.
See? God's power. Yeah.
They choose.
Yeah, they have
See?
abilities here. I didn't never argue that. I'm just saying that throughout that last about 2,000 years, people have been arguing over a single god, saying they're supported by that single god. If you add 30 plus gods to that mix, who knows what the hell's gonna happen?
200 plus, and I'll hold up the book.
Let
Do
the
they
people
grow on
decide.
trees or something?
Apparently. Do you guys grow on trees? As I look up
Yes,
and
but
ask
why don't you
Carm.
ask your star?
Do you look through the? Do you keep looking? Do you look through the book for something like that?
It's
Oh,
probably
if
a
they grow
world
on
tree or
trees?
something
Sure.
like that. No, that was a Norse mythology
You're
thing.
like no,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
at the very last part, you'll see under Appendix D. There are 4 different appendixes, but under Appendix D, it'll say something that you're not sure if you want to recite to everybody, but it does say the race for godhood.
I'm gonna look that up.
You're like, this looks like, I mean, it's very compact. This has an entire synopsis of what that actually is in the course
Okay.
of 15 pages.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read through it.
All of a sudden, you guys will notice Officer Shaw, drunk as he is like, face and book.
What the hell?
Yo, we gotta try this.
I think you've tried enough things tonight.
No, not tonight. We gotta try this before we go home.
Okay. But
You wanna know what it says?
What is it?
Race for godhood.
Oh snap!
How many places are there?
Actually, if after he's read it all, he can. The basic synopsis is that every once in a great while, champions of all the different pantheons of gods get together when there is a slot open essentially for a new god, and they compete against each other to become the newest god of either their pantheon or become an independent god. But it only happens once every 5,000 years.
Hey, any idea how many years until we get to modern day?
That he didn't tell me. We went through. You ready? You ready for it? We went through portals.
You didn't even get a montage? So how do you know that was even the future for us? That could have been another world or even gone back through the same portal that we went through.
It wasn't the future for us. It was the modern times. Like I recognized it.
Yes, you could have just literally gone to the same portal we used to get here.
Did you find out what happened to Baby Yoda?
I did not.
Damn.
He didn't. I didn't really get to talk much.
His phone didn't have a charge. If it did, he probably would have auto-downloaded it.
You're not lying.
It was released week by week. I mean,
It was
left before that came out. We
I
saw
mean-
like 3 episodes.
I mean, he straight up just told me what I needed to hear, and then said, "Okay, go home," type of thing to you guys. So I went to you guys. I talked to you guys. So I mean, if we can do this, let's learn a little bit more here while we're here, and we can take it back to our world.
How do we get back to our world. I don't even know if I want to go back to our world.
I don't either.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of civilization where I don't have to worry about being stabbed in the back constantly or worried about,
You're not
Being
wrong.
gutted like a fish.
where wearing body armor around town wasn't a standard practice.
It wasn't.
Eh.
Whenever you're off the job.
I mean,
Okay.
as long as we can bring Sharon back.
I don't know if she wants to come back. What about her magic?
Ooh. She could be
She's a
like
magical being.
the god that I show.
It sounds like she has her own connections. She kept on talking to something.
We can talk
Well,
to her.
Then again, it
Box
could have just
fruit
been one of the
basket.
many voices in her head.
Well,
That's
By the
possible.
time you guys get through with this huge debate, you'll realize it's morning time. You've all stayed up. You should probably try and at least get back to the Dark Elven Kingdom so you can relay what you've seen.
Okay.
We saw things?
He's not lying.
Oh, look, you're not playing the drinking game. I'm up to 12 shots now, and it's not good.
We drew more blood than ideas from what's going on in this kingdom.
All right, let's see if you guys can actually get back on your horses after
Okay.
you pack up camp.
Okay. What do I need to roll?
Percentile dice.
Percentile. All right.
7%.
50, 53.
Nice.
56.
Nice. Kevin. Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Welcome back, Isabel.
Roll percentile dice. You're getting back on the horse and taking off and going back to Dark Elven Kingdom.
Careful,
Isabel's
you were
the only one
that
who got
close from
sleep.
Shaw coming and licking your face.
Poof.
Bleh. Lim.
So is it sense of balance?
No,
No.
just straight percentile dice.
7.
Nice.
Nice.
Apparently, combat and stress makes it so that when you guys get on horses a second time, you guys are all great. You hop on your horses, you gallop, you get them to fly, and you actually head the right direction. Now let's see if you guys can make one sense of balance check each.
Hey, wait. Can I tie myself off before we take off this time?
Give me an IQ check.
Was waiting for that.
Damn it.
Apparently
18.
you forgot to, so make a sense of balance check. If you don't have sense of balance, then just roll me percentile dice.
Shit, I just lost one of my dice. Sorry. I gotta find my other ones. Give me a second.
80.
Oh, I failed.
Well, what did you get?
60 out of 44.
Okay, you rolled an 80.
I got a 36.
Nice. Mira?
Oh, there it is.
37 out of 62.
Okay. So two of you are fine. So Isabel and Ryan start swerving around. Both of you make me a PP check.
Oh, 2 out of 15.
Oh,
Nice.
snap.
5 out of 12.
All right. So while you guys don't make your sense of balance and are still freaked out by flying, you manage to gird yourself, against the horse long enough for you to kind of steady yourself and grip the saddle with like super glue like tightness until you guys can get back.
Do we get a spy at all on the way back so we actually bring back information?
You guys can attempt to make your perception roll.
Yeah.
Alright.
Come on, guys, this is where it
Ooh.
matters.
I got an 18.
Nice.
13.
Nice.
4.
9.
Okay, so everybody but Mira's again going, look at the pretty clouds. That one looks like the State Puft Marshmallow Man. Not that anyone would get that reference. The rest of you, Bob and Ryan, you will see more troop movements. Isabel, you will actually see it looks like from the west, the Dominion of Man is bringing in some sort of creatures. They look like large lions that are being brought in to join the military ranks. But more important, they've got these large metal cages over the heads of the lions.
Hmm.
So they look like lions, not exactly lions. Lions have large scorpion tails.
Oh shit.
Gaming lore?
Sure. Any of you can make gaming lore?
Okay, let me see what we got. Gaming lore.
56 out of 59.
Just underneath. So
I
it's a
didn't
max
get it.
parry.
Pretty sure.
Gaming
Yeah.
lore?
Yeah, I missed it. I got 69 out of 62.
55 out of 63.
I know
Mira?
nothing.
It's called a max. It's called a max parry. It's an offshoot of the chimera.
Oh.
They're large lions that have giant scorpion tails. And the reason they've got these large cages over their heads is because if you look close, while the outside of the head looks like a lion, the actual face looks almost humanoid. And they have been known to be able to cast certain spells vocally. So the cage is meant to keep them from casting.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Creepy or anything.
No, not at all. Anyway, you guys will get this and kind of take note of this. And then you guys can, after 4 hours, you can make a second perception roll. Evan, other perception roll.
A 1.
Nada.
19.
Mira,
2.
Isabel.
8.
Okay, so
It's a guy's day today.
Isabel, you will notice that the beast trainers are actually they're picking more and more up from the west as they keep traveling south. From the west, they keep getting more and more. Ryan, you will notice that they are basically making what's known as they're building their army in stages. So like so much is coming and they're picking up more and they're traversing forward and they're picking up more. So it looks like they're getting ready for an all-out assault.
Oh God. Which direction are they headed?
South.
Where we're going, right?
Yeah, but you guys are there much faster.
Yeah. They're
Just a
going.
little bit.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right. And you guys will basically be able to make it to the Dark Elven Kingdom, and that's where we'll pick up next week.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. And hopefully I will get this stopped by next week.
All right, going to exit.